to the ZBA meeting of June 20th, 2022. Tonight's decisions will be published in the Record Journal on Friday, June 24th, 2022. The effective date of your variance will be Friday, June 24th, 2022. The date a certified copy is recorded on the land records. The statutory 15-day appeal period will expire on Sunday, July 10th, 2022. If you commence operations and/or construction during the appeal period, you do so at your own risk. Tonight, our seating members will be Lou Sawinski, Tom Wolfer, Bob Gross filling in for Bruce Conroy, and Bob Parisi filling in for Joe Rusick, and myself, Ray Rice. Could we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have a legal notice for 22021 variance request, Kramer side yard, 10.2 feet, 12 feet required, where 10 feet, 2 feet exist to construct vertical, 8-foot by 10-foot addition, third floor dormer at 195 South Whittlesey Avenue in an R11 district.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. That was the continued application that you just read with the correct address. The application we'll be first hearing is 195 South Whittlesey.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are correct. Forgive me.
That's all right.
Forgive me.
Okay, do we have correspondence, sir?
Sleeping on the job.
Am I hearing 021?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Chairman. In regards to application number 22-021, variance request for Cranmer 195 South Whittlesey Avenue, applicant seeks variance for side yard of 10.2 feet where 10.2 feet exists and 12 feet is required to construct an 8-foot by 10-foot vertical addition to accommodate a stairwell for third floor access at 195 South Whittlesey Avenue in an R11 district. Applicant secured building permit for interior modifications without structural alteration in February 2022, not understanding that the dormer, albeit small in size, constituted an expansion, and in this particular instance, an expansion of a nonconformity requiring variance approval. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Welcome. Is there someone here to represent this application? Would you come up here to the mic, identify yourself and your address? Either mic, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you get close enough to the mic so that we can hear you.
Yeah. My name is Matt Cranmer. I'm the one who owns the property and is applying for this variance here. It's a third floor unfinished attic, and the corner of it has the stairwell in it, and it's just not enough headroom in order to get up. So one needed a dormer to get the headroom to get up to the third floor. It doesn't go any further outside of the ridge or the peak of the existing roof line. And I had a previous property, and that's why, and I had done that, but it was actually further than the 12 feet. So that's why my understanding was that we didn't need a variance for the dormer in terms of the actual permit. So.
Mm-hmm. That it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any questions here from the board?
Can you just state your address for the record?
Sure, it's 195 South Whittlesey.
Thanks.
Yep.
Is there any questions here from the board to this gentleman? No questions, okay. Anybody out in the audience in favor of this application? Anybody opposed to this application? We'll bring this back up to the board here and go on from there.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve application 22021, variance request for side yard of 10.2 to construct a vertical 8 by 10 foot addition at 195 South Whittlesey Avenue as shown on plot plan. Proposed addition, Matthew and Elizabeth Kramer, 195 South Whittlesey Avenue, dated May 2nd, 2022, and submitted plans received May 13th, 2022.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
Motion to approve, Mr. Gross.
Yes.
Mr. Wolfer.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Parisi. Yes to approve. Mr. Shawinski.
Yes to approve.
And Chairman Rice.
Yes to approve. You have been approved. Good luck.
Very much. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, our next application is 22-022. A variance request, Jake side yard of 3 feet, 5 foot required, and 13 feet exists to construct a 320 square foot addition to a detached garage at 150 Pond Hill Road in an R18 district. Do we have any correspondence or?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. In regards to application 22-022 for Jake's 150 Pond Hill Road, applicant seeks variances for side yard of 3 feet where 5 feet is required, 13 feet exists to construct a 320 square foot addition to existing detached garage at 150 Pond Hill Road in an R18 district. Parcel area and dwelling location are non-conforming, predating the inception of zoning. The parcel is also unusual in that it presents as a corner lot where in actuality, one abutting property abuts 150 Pond Hill Road on both the north side and to the rear. Proposed addition to the detached garage through proposing 3-foot setback, in parentheses where 5 foot is required, to boundary actually has a 35-foot wide strip of land running the entire northern property boundary, giving the appearance of a much larger than required side yard setback. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Is there anybody here to represent this application? Come on up. Come on right up to the mic here, sir. Have a seat, pull up the mic, name and address.
Lloyd Jakes, 150 Pond Hill Road.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to add to what was said?
Just want to add on to my side a lot to put the garage, just so I could have a 2-car garage. Brought my neighbor with me that owns that property next to it and to support me. He has no problem with it. Rob Ottens.
You'll have your time. Okay, anybody here in the commission have anything to ask on this? Questions? You have one, Bob? Go right ahead.
Is the temporary structure going to come down?
That's going, yep.
That's gonna
coming
go?
down. That was just there to put everything in till the garage is done.
Are you going to make this all into one garage? I know you didn't want to tear down the garage that's existing, but are you going to make this all into one garage, or is it going to be 2 single
No,
garages?
one garage just with 2 doors. So the existing garage is going to stay. Just going to add onto it, take the roof off and move the peak so it looks just like it does now, just 10 feet wider.
Thank you.
Any other questions here? Is there anybody in the public who would like to speak in favor of this? Come on up to the mic and identify yourself, your address, and make your comments, okay?
I'm Robert Ottens. I live on 3 Pogmore Drive.
Sir, can you repeat your name
Yeah.
slowly and your address?
Sure.
Thank you.
My name is Robert Ottens. I live on 3 Pogmore Drive. I live adjacent to Lloyd Jakes. I give total consent for whatever he needs to do, and no
Okay,
problem. We're good.
thank you.
If you're good, I'm good. Thank you.
Is there anybody here that wants to oppose this application? If not, I'm bringing it back up here for our further,
Mr. Chairman, if I may make a point of order.
okay?
The carport that Mr. Gross raised, though the structure is owned by Mr. Jakes, it should not be considered in this application because it's on the property that does not belong to him. It's a little tricky. So that carport actually belongs to Mr. Ottens at 3 Pogmore, regardless of who's using it. So just a note. So we can't condition that he remove it, but we could suggest it when it's done.
So actually, it can stay up then?
It's not Mr. Jake's issue. It's not on his property. So though he uses it, again, we can't condition his approval on that removal. It sounds as though we're preparing to do so anyway, but just wanted to make that point of order. It's beyond the boundaries of 150 Pond Hill Road.
I see it's on his property, but we can't require.
It's not on his property,
I know,
sir.
I can see that in the map,
Yeah.
that it's on.
Yes,
'cause he has-
that's why it's tricky, because
It's an L-shaped property there.
it certainly fits the mold of unusual shaped property. So, because it appears though it's a corner lot, and it's not. So anyhow, just regards to the carport, I just wanted to make that note. So.
Mr. Chairman, through you, Amy, another question. Could you rephrase that condition at the end here? Now, after the motion is made, is there a condition on this?
You cannot condition the removal of a carport that belongs to another property.
Okay, okay.
It's where it's located, not the user of it. So, yes, that's what I wanted to make clear.
Does that mean there has to be a sale of parcel of property in order to? Okay.
It's on his property.
It means that Mr. Ottens, you'd have to tell him to remove it, basically.
Rob will tell me to remove it.
But the ZBA cannot condition that as an approval. The board cannot.
So technically, then, it's non-conforming, the carport's not conforming also, because it's too close to the property line.
Another property,
but it's-
another
but it's-
application.
yeah, but that's too
Technically,
close.
you are correct.
It's too close to the property line.
Bob, did you want to say something?
You guys have to get along.
No, we do.
I couldn't ask for a better name.
We
Are you kidding me?
understand that. You gotta remember, you were here laughing.
I moved from West Haven 28 years ago. I couldn't be in a better town, I tell you. Great place to raise my kids.
Okay,
Thank you.
go ahead with the motion now.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve application 22022 at 150 Pond Hill Road. Variance request for a side yard of 3 feet where 5 feet is required to construct an addition to a detached garage at 150 Pond Hill Road as shown on property and topography survey map depicting proposed garage addition prepared for Lloyd F. and Priscilla T. Jakes, 150 Pond Hill Road, dated April 28, 2022, and submitted, received May 13th, 2022.
Second.
A motion and a second?
Motion to approve, Mr. Gross.
Yes.
Mr. Wolfer.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Parisi.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Shawinski.
Yes to approve.
And Chairman Rice.
Yes to approve. Your application's been approved.
Thank you.
His microphone is off.
Okay. Okay, our next application is, I believe it's 2024,
Yes, sir.
and that's a variance request, glass front yard of 36.5 feet where 40 foot is required, and 40.7 feet exists side yard of 18.4 feet, 20 foot required. and 20.3 foot exists to construct a front and partial side deck at 30 Seneca Road in an R18 district. We have someone here to represent this application? What? Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay, you can go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, so application 22-024 for glass, 30 Seneca Road. Applicant seeks front yard of 36.5 feet where 40 feet is required and 40 feet exists, and a side yard of 18.4 feet where 20 feet is required and 20 feet exists to construct an uncovered front deck to replace and expand wood stoop and ramp at front entry. Applicant proposing deck to be plus or minus 1 foot in height. There's also a drawing here, says received June 14th, 2022. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have anything to add to this?
So I'm Lindsay Glass from 30 Seneca Road, and I want to replace my wooden front stoop, it was a handicap ramp from the previous owner, and I no longer need a handicap ramp. And the wooden stoop is deteriorating. It's starting to rot. So for safety reasons, it needs to be replaced. Same for the wooden stoop that's off the side door that I'd like to connect with a front deck.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Do you have any questions here from the commission? Yes, Bob?
The stairs are going to be on the left side? Are going to be, as you're facing the house, closest to your neighbor on the left?
So there is a side door, and there's going
Yes,
to be
I
a
saw.
step up. The deck is going to be one step up, yes.
And the stairs are going to be facing your neighbor or are going to be next to the house?
It's going to be, so it'll be on the left side, it'll be, come out the side door towards facing my neighbor, yes.
And that's going to be the 3-something feet. That's counted in this variance, the stairs. That's,
Stairs are counted into the variance, as is the deck. Unfortunately, decks are permitted to project in the rear, but they must comply, even though this has no roof, must comply with side and front yards, and in this case, including stairs. Stairs are allowed to project 18 inches, but I don't even know how many she's going to have. They're very low in height.
yeah, it's very.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's currently, the wooden step is one step up, which is being replaced by the deck.
You're pretty much keeping it almost the way it is now.
Yes, it's just going to extend the front of the house, and actually where the wooden ramp is, it's going to be closer to the house, so it won't extend as close to the street as it currently does.
Thank you.
Any other questions here? If not, is there anybody in the public who wants to talk in favor of this application? Anybody opposed to this application? Not, we'll bring this back up for our commission.
We have two variances we have to vote on this one. First one, make a motion to approve 22024 at 30 Seneca Road. Variance request for a front yard of 36.5 where 40 feet is required to construct an uncovered front deck at 30 Seneca Road, as shown on proposed lot plan, land of Lindsay Glass, 30 Seneca Road, dated May 12, 2022, and submitted plans received June 14th, 2022.
Second.
Motion and second.
Motion to approve the front yard, Mr. Gross.
Yes.
Mr. Wolfer.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Parisi.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Shawinski.
Yes to approve.
And Chairman Rice.
Yes to approve.
And now the side yard. Variance request for side yard of 18.4, where 20 feet is required to construct an uncovered front deck at 30 Seneca Road, as shown on proposed plot plan of Lindsay Glass, 30 Seneca Road, dated May 12, 2022, and submitted plans received June 14, 2022.
Second.
On a motion and a second.
Motion to approve for the side yard, Mr. Gross.
Yes.
Mr. Wolfer,
Yes to approve.
Mr. Parisi,
Yes to approve.
Mr. Shawinski,
Yes to approve.
and Chairman Rice.
Yes to approve. You're approved.
Thank you very much.
All set.
Is there any other business? I notice we don't have any minutes to approve, so I guess we do? When did we get them? Oh, geez, I didn't realize, okay. Want to make a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I have to abstain. I wasn't here at that meeting.
Understandable, thank you.
We have a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, point of order. I believe Mr. Shawinski would like to have the mic for a moment before we
Oh, okay.
adjourn.
Very good.
So it's kind of a bittersweet moment for me. My wife and I have been looking for a house for almost 2 years. It's been trying, and we're happy that we found a house. But as I said, it was bittersweet because unfortunately we had to expand our search, and it's not in Wallingford. So as of June 30th, I'm going to have to resign from the board. And yeah, I'll still actually be a Wallingford taxpayer, but in the best interest of the group, I think it's better to have someone that's here, that lives in town full-time. I've enjoyed my time immensely. I've learned a lot from all of you. I've especially enjoyed the nonpartisan nature of the board, and just how it's designed to help the public and apply some kind of common sense to what can be sometimes black and white rules. So that's it. I'll still be around. I hope to see everyone's smiling faces around town. That's it. Thank you.
Well, we're certainly going to miss you, Mr. Serwinski. You've certainly been an asset to this commission, and I'm sorry to see you have to go.
I'll second that.
Do we have a motion to adjourn now?
Yeah, I'd like to also say that Lou also has been a very structured person as a secretary, comes prepared for every meeting and knows exactly how to give his notes, and he includes all the extra paperwork that we get here, so it goes into the record fine. And Lou, it's been a pleasure to work with you as well, too, and I wish you and your wife the very best in the years to come. You're welcome.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are now adjourned.